Imagine a world where life-saving vaccines become harder to access, shrouded in red tape and delayed by endless studies. That's the potential reality sparking fierce debate right now, with some experts sounding the alarm about a dramatic shift in how the FDA approves vaccines. This isn't just about convenience, it's about public health itself. But here's where it gets controversial. The Food and Drug Administration, FDA, the very agency entrusted with safeguarding our health through rigorous evaluation of medical products, is reportedly considering a significantly stricter approval process for vaccines. This shift follows disturbing claims from within the agency that COVID-19 vaccines may have contributed to the deaths of at least 10 children. It's a claim that, if substantiated, would shake public confidence in vaccines to its core. According to an internal agency email, reportedly penned by Dr. Vinay Prasad, a leading voice on vaccine policy whose views are supported by figures like Robert F. Kennedy Jr., the FDA is poised to rethink its entire approach to vaccination programs. This includes re-examining the ubiquitous annual flu shot, considering limitations on administering multiple vaccines simultaneously, and demanding far more robust safety and efficacy data from pharmaceutical companies before granting approval. And this is the part most people miss: it's not just about COVID-19 vaccines, it's about the entire landscape of preventative medicine. The internal memo allegedly states that a recent review concluded that at least 10 children died after and because of receiving a COVID-19 vaccine. Dr. Prasad reportedly attributed these deaths to myocarditis, an inflammation of the heart muscle. Myocarditis has been a known, albeit rare, side effect of mRNA vaccines, particularly in young males. The key question is, was the vaccine causative, or merely associated with these deaths? Dr. Prasad reportedly wrote in the memo, "This is a profound revelation. For the first time, the US FDA will acknowledge that COVID-19 vaccines have killed American children." He also indicated that the new rules would impose tighter restrictions on vaccines administered to pregnant women, a population often considered vulnerable and in need of protection against preventable diseases. The memo further stated that Dr. Prasad welcomed vigorous discussions and debate, but also reportedly suggested that staff who disagreed with the core principles of this new approach should consider resigning. This raises a critical question: is this a genuine effort to improve vaccine safety, or a potential ideological shift that could hinder public health efforts? News of this internal memo first surfaced via a post on X, formerly Twitter, by a PBS NewsHour correspondent and was subsequently reported by the New York Times. The New York Times, however, pointed out a significant lack of detail in the document, namely the absence of identifying information regarding the children, such as their ages, pre-existing health conditions, or the methodology used to establish a causal link between the vaccination and their deaths. The names of the involved vaccine manufacturers were also omitted. Dr. Paul Offit of Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, a renowned vaccine expert, reviewed the memo and characterized it as a dangerous and irresponsible thing to do. He argued that extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, and that Dr. Prasad should have submitted his findings to a reputable, peer-reviewed journal for expert evaluation before making such a public announcement. He says he has evidence that this vaccine killed 10 children, but that's not the way it works, Offit stated. This highlights a fundamental principle of scientific inquiry, transparency and rigorous peer review. Current and former FDA staff, along with independent public health specialists, have expressed concerns that this new plan could severely slow down the vaccine approval process. Requiring significantly larger and more extensive studies before granting approvals could delay product launches and discourage pharmaceutical companies from investing in vaccine research and development. This could have a chilling effect on innovation and potentially leave us vulnerable to future pandemics. Furthermore, Dr. Prasad's emphasis on re-evaluating the practice of administering multiple vaccines simultaneously could disrupt years of established federal guidelines. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, currently recommends giving multiple childhood vaccines during the same visit for convenience and to ensure timely protection. The CDC also encourages adults to receive several shots for respiratory viruses, such as the flu, COVID-19, and RSV, during a single appointment. This could lead to confusion and potentially lower vaccination rates, increasing the risk of outbreaks. Dr. Catherine Edwards, a vaccine expert and professor emeritus at Vanderbilt University, emphasized the difficulty of definitively determining the cause of death in cases temporally related to vaccine administration. Saying definitively that a vaccine caused a death requires careful assessment, best done with an autopsy examination, and ruling out other causes of death, she explained. That COVID vaccine might have caused a death related to myocarditis may indeed be the case. But we would need to see the details. She also stressed the importance of presenting such findings in a peer-reviewed manuscript for expert scrutiny. Edwards also reminded us that COVID-19 itself caused far more than 10 deaths in children. This underscores the importance of weighing the risks and benefits of vaccination. It's important to note that Dr. Prasad's new framework aligns with themes frequently promoted by Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and members of the anti-vaccine movement, who have long advocated for additional proof of vaccine safety and effectiveness. This raises questions about the influence of these perspectives on the FDA's decision-making process. In August, the FDA already implemented new restrictions on who could receive COVID-19 vaccines, prioritizing older adults and those with underlying health conditions. In September, a CDC advisory panel voted against recommending that individuals obtain a prescription for a COVID-19 vaccine, suggesting that immunization decisions should be based on individual circumstances. Furthermore, the recent appointment of Ralph Abraham, a former Louisiana health official who previously described COVID-19 vaccines as dangerous, as the new deputy director of the CDC has further fueled concerns about a potential shift in the agency's approach to vaccination. Previous FDA leaders and independent scientists have consistently emphasized that COVID-19 vaccines underwent rigorous testing, including pediatric studies, and have been proven safe and effective. They maintain that the benefits of vaccination far outweigh the risks, which remain extremely rare. So, what do you think? Is this a necessary step to ensure vaccine safety, or a dangerous overreaction that could jeopardize public health? Are the voices of concern being amplified by legitimate safety questions, or by pre-existing anti-vaccine sentiment? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. This is a conversation we need to have, openly and honestly, to ensure a healthy future for all.